Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Gaz9919 here, and what we're going to be doing today is a bit of rust treatment again on the rear battery box and sill. If you remember, we did this last year, but the rust has started coming through again, even though it was treated and undersealed. But thankfully, my boy at Slough Garage has helped me out. We're going to be using some red oxy primer and chassis paint. We're going to sand it down first, treat it, red oxy primer, chassis paint, then underseal, and hopefully it should lock it in nicely and we shouldn't have to come back to this anytime soon.
Why is closed car parked over there?
She don't like parking over it.
What, on somebody else's drive?
So with these ramps, these are Rhino ramps again. My boy at Slough Garage hooked me up, let me borrow them rather kindly. I think, how much are they online? I think they're about 50 quid or something.
Something like that, I can't remember, I've had them years.
No, they're 80, aren't they? But they are worth every penny. They are brilliant. And they're rated for, they're rated for about 4 or 5 ton as well. So they can withstand vans and stuff like that as well.
They do even stronger ones.
Yeah, that don't surprise me. So as we can see here, this is the battery box, and this is what we treated last time. We can see it started coming through again, unfortunately. And also, if we go a bit further underneath, we can see there with that sill, it's just starting to crust up a bit, so we just need to take that back and give it some attention. Something I did notice, because it recently had its MOT and the dude let me have a quick look, this fuel tank mounting bit here is a bit crusty. It's not quite ready to go through, but again, it's just one of those areas that it could do with being treated. The rest of the car, really, I mean, it could, again, bits like this could do with being treated, but this is another day's job. But apart from that side, that side's going a bit, but that's in a bit better of a better state. All in all, she's not crazy bad. Also, I always like to check on these. These are the rear subframe mountings. These are the things that commonly go on these, and they rip themselves out the floor. Okay, so this is going to be a lineup of products that I'm going to be using. Of course, starting with the Hammerite crust stuff, after wire brushing, then the red oxide metal primer in red, obviously, then chassis paint. There's not a lot in here, but we might just about be able to get the coverage we need with it. And then finally, the underseal. Right then guys, so here on the channel, I believe safety is #1 concern. So we have some protective goggles, even though I already have some goggles on, but it's better to be safe. And a dust mask, because when doing this derusting stage with a wire brush, it gets very messy and very dusty, and it's easy to get stuff in your eyes and be breathing stuff in. It's only a cheap and cheerful mask. I think I might be better off putting the mask on first. Oh my god. There we go. It's not the most comfortable thing, but it works. Okay, so let's get treating. I'm going to start with the sill and then do the battery box after. Okay, so that's wire brushed most of the old underseal. Some is a bit awkward to get to because obviously the spare wheel well's there. Now it's going to be a case of painting on the rust treatment. And a lot of you will hate me for this, but the only brush I have at the moment is a detailing brush. But I have many, so I'm happy to kill it. So when using this stuff, you want to find yourself a little pot, because ideally you don't really want to be painting it onto the surface and then dipping it back in the pot, otherwise you'll contaminate the whole load. This ensures obviously you can reuse it. And now we just simply push it onto these rusted areas. Now it'll start off as a sort of pinky cream colour, and as it's left, you can already see it starting to happen slightly. It will slowly turn blue and then to black. So we want to leave this on for about 3 hours, and then we can come back with another coat of something else. you can see that it's been 3 hours and that's fully turned black on all the rust areas. So now we're going to apply some of the red oxide primer. Okay, so that's all on the area that I've ground back and treated. Now just to do the battery box. As you can see here again, all the area I've treated, it's reacted quite nicely with the rust and gone near enough completely black. And that is the battery box painted in red oxide primer. So now this is where we get really long waits, because it's got to wait about a good 12 hours, if not more, 12 to 15 hours. So I won't be putting the next coat of stuff on till tomorrow. I'm at work tomorrow, but it's dry, so I am going to be driving around with it. I know it's probably not going to be wise, but it won't be till tomorrow, so it's going to have a good 12 hours till tomorrow morning. Okay guys, so now we're going to be using the E46 chassis paint. Right then guys, so now is the final part of the process, the underbody seal by Hammerite, and that is our chassis paint dried, as you can see on the battery box as well. It looks rather nice. Yes, I know I've missed a few bits here and there, but things that the parts I've attacked are the worst areas. So that is all that area undersealed. I did decide to underseal a bit more, as you can see here, just on the edges of things. It can't hurt seeing as I'm under here with the product. But yeah, now we just wait for that to dry for however long, and that's that job done. Just need to do the battery box. That is the battery box done. Obviously there's bits like up there that I couldn't quite reach. Arguably I could unbolt that, take it off, but really this was the main area of concern. I've just done a bit underneath as well, but that is the final coat on that. So now we just wait for it to dry, and then that's job done. So all in all, it is a bit of a difficult job to do if you are doing it on the floor outside, but it's still doable, and that's the main thing. If you had a lift, life would be 10 times easier, but again, you'd still have to wait a load of time. Also guys, when doing this, I don't know if I mentioned this at the start of the video or not, but you really want to use some good gloves, because if this stuff gets on your hands, it's a nightmare to get off. Right then guys, so that is it for how to underseal your car basically. You know, you could argue I've gone a bit over the top with it, but the more layers you do, the better protection you have. And obviously the main goal is for the rust to be removed and to stay that way. We don't really want it coming back. Yeah, again, massive shout out to Sloth Garage, who's been quite happy to lend me the stuff, the chassis paint and the red oxide primer. Those products are apparently really highly rated, and that's exactly why he chose them. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe even hit that bell icon for notifications on future uploads. But until the next time guys, peace.